Most people spend their lives trying to get away from war zones. I chose to go back. Even now, when I tell people that part of my story, I can see the confusion on their faces. Why would anyone voluntarily return to Iraq or Afghanistan after leaving the military? The truth is, the answer wasn't as simple as a job opportunity. It was much deeper than that. When I left the Army, I suddenly had something I hadn't experienced in years: freedom. For the first time in a long time, nobody was telling me where to go, what to do, or what mission I was responsible for. One of my friends who had served with me had a completely different idea of how we should celebrate. He wanted us to take a road trip across Europe. Just two veterans enjoying our freedom and seeing the world. Honestly, it sounded amazing, but I couldn't do it. Not because I didn't want to travel, not because I didn't appreciate the opportunity. I simply couldn't imagine a life without responsibility. I couldn't imagine waking up every day without a mission. After years in the military, the idea of simply relaxing felt foreign to me. Looking back now, I realize how strange that sounds. Most people dream about freedom. I didn't know what to do with it. Around that time, I reconnected with a contractor I had met during one of my deployments. We started talking about opportunities in the Middle East. The work paid extremely well. The experience would be valuable. And before long, he convinced me to come back. At least, that's what I told myself. The truth is, there was another reason. A reason I didn't fully admit until years later. Secretly, I wanted to be back in the fight. I missed the sense of purpose. I missed being surrounded by people who understood sacrifice. I missed being part of something larger than myself. So I packed my bags and returned. When I first arrived, I was nervous. There was no denying where I was. The risks were real. The environment was unpredictable. And for a moment, I questioned whether I had made the right decision. But something happened after I settled in. Once I was surrounded by service members again, something inside me relaxed. As crazy as it sounds, I felt at home. The conversations felt familiar. The routines felt familiar. The sense of mission felt familiar. For the first time since leaving the military, I felt like I belonged somewhere again. And that's when I realized something important. I hadn't just left the Army. The Army was still a part of me. For years, I thought I was searching for the right job, the right city, the right opportunity. But what I was really searching for was identity. I was trying to figure out who I was without a uniform. At the time, I didn't have the answer. I only knew that I felt more comfortable in a conflict zone than I did trying to figure out civilian life. And that realization would stay with me for years. Eventually, another opportunity appeared, one that would take me thousands of miles away from the Middle East, a place that couldn't have been more different. Germany, a country that would become home for the next 4 years and begin a completely new chapter in my life. But before Germany, there was one more story that needs to be told. The story of leaving Afghanistan, and that's where we'll pick up next time.